5 patterns to dominate the midfield. I use 1-4-3-3 against 1-4-4-2 as an example, but as always you can use the same ideas with any formation, just fine-tune with your players and your opponent. Pattern 1. Number 6 dropping between the center backs. What we want here is that number 6 is creating overload against 2 strikers, so we have 3 against 2 when we are building up. Maybe you want to push your fullbacks a bit further away to track the wingers, and you get more space around the opposing striker. What often happens is that one of your center backs can dribble past the strikers and you get one more player in the midfield and you can start building up from there. Pattern 2. Rotating midfield numbers 6, 8 and 10. Let's put our players back and also the opponent. A simple rotation in the midfield. I would say usually the rotation should be made away from the ball. So if you have the ball on the right side, you want to rotate like away from the ball, so anti-clockwise. And if you have ball on the left side, you want to rotate clockwise. But of course you can make it work either way. This forces the opponent to communicate, maybe switch their direct opponent, meanwhile when they are keeping the eye on the ball. You can do multiple rotations. Maybe you get one player free when you rotate once, but you can follow and create 1, 2, 3 rotations and make the life difficult for the opposing team. Pattern 3. Using half space, the lower one. And first let's clarify what half space is. So what you often see is that coaches draw lines on the pitch or you see beautiful visuals, but half space is not an area, a fixed area on the pitch. It's a space that is related to opposing players. So if the opponent is playing 1-4-4-2, half space, the lower one, is the space between the striker, central midfielder and the winger. So this is half space and this is another half space. And depending where the opponent is, if it's higher or lower, the half space is in different place. Or if they are left or right, whatever, it's always the space between the striker, winger and the central midfielder. So using that space effectively, of course you can do it with multiple players, you can do it with fullback, you can do it with center back, even a winger, but for the sake of this example we use the midfielders. So what will happen if, let's say, your number 6 is moving to half space, the lower one, and number 8 is moving a bit up, maybe your fullback is pushing up. Now as you can see, this creates a problem for the opposing team. Number 10 needs to decide if he is going to press or just cover passing lanes in the middle, or should he mark number 6. Also number 11 needs to decide if he follows the fullback who is pushing up or leaving the fullback free and marking number 6. And for number 8, he needs to decide if he follows number 6 and leaves his direct opponent free or stays in the middle and therefore number 6 is free. And as said, you can do this with all the different players. It can be number 6, it can be number 8, it can be number 10. Just choose based on your formation and players. Pattern 4. Half space further away. So let's remove this half space and move it further away on the pitch. Again, it's not fixed position in pitch, it's based on how the opponent is positioned. So half space, the high option. As you probably know, or at least can now guess, it's space between the center back, fullback, winger and central midfielder. So this one the right side and this one left side. And as said, it's based on where the opponent is. If the opponent is higher on the pitch, left side, right side, playing low block, it's always based on position of opposing players. Just an example, if the opponent would play different formation, let's say they play 5-3-2, just to give an example. So 5-3-2, back 5, 3 in the mid and 2 strikers. The half space is not there anymore, it's somewhere else. Now it would be small area maybe there or there, and the lower half space would be here. Just to give an example, that not fixed area on the pitch, and that's why you need to fine-tune your play based on the opponent. Okay, back to 4-4-2. So using the half space higher in the pitch. Again, for the sake of the example, we use our attacking midfielders to move into half space. So let's say in this example, number 8 positioning himself between the winger, fullback, center back, and his direct opponent, number 9. And of course, number 8 can mark him all the way. But now if other players are playing well, what they could do is, okay, maybe your number 9 is also here, number 11 is making a run, number 10 moving up, maybe number 6 is following, and your number 6 is between the lines. Now as you see, what happens when you move to half space, if the opponent follows, it creates space somewhere else. For example, you could do a mini switch like this, and maybe dropping to number 6 and progressing from there. Or again, the opponent is not following and they are covering this passing lane, maybe number 8 is free. Last one, pattern 5. Flat midfield. Let's remove these drawings. So flat 3 midfield. Let's put the players back. So 4-3-3. Where's our strike? And 2, number 3, 3, 4, 5, 7, 11, 6, 8. Right. So flat midfield. So instead of playing 1 and 2 in the midfield, you can play flat midfield, and you can do this with multiple ways. For example, you could push all your strikers up here, make some space dropping your fullbacks, or you can put your strikers in the middle, push your fullbacks up here, so wingers need to drop, and also maybe the opposing midfielders, at least one is staying in front of the center backs, and this way you create a lot of space around the opposing strikers and midfield, and you can use the half space, even play between the strikers and progress the ball through the midfield and eventually create a chance and score. If you like patterns like this and want to build brave, fast and competitive players, check the link in the description and join the Football Coaching Hub. Check this video next because YouTube thinks you like it, and we will see you on the next one.